I think the case that most people are thinking about right now, and the case that every nominee gets asked about, Roe v. Wade, can you tell me whether Roe was decided correctly?
Senator, again, I would tell you that Roe versus Wade, decided in 1973, is a precedent in the United States Supreme Court. It has been reaffirmed. The reliance interest considerations are important there, and all of the other factors that go into analyzing precedent have to be considered. It is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. It was reaffirmed in Casey in 1992 and in several other cases. So a good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court, worthy as treatment of precedent like any other.
And in my opening remarks, I indicated that if anything had super precedent, Roe did in terms of the numbers, and I've put that in the record. Here's why it becomes of concern. The president said that he would appoint someone who would overturn Roe. You pointed out to me that you viewed precedent in a serious way in that it added stability to the law. Could you elaborate on the point that you made in my office on that?
Part of the value of precedent, it has lots of value. It has value in and of itself because it's our history. And our history has value intrinsically. But it also has an instrumental value in this sense. It adds to the determinacy of law. We have lots of tools that allow us to narrow the realm of admissible dispute between parties so that people can anticipate and organize their affairs. It's part of the reason why the rule of law in this country works so well. We have statutes, we have rules, we have a fact-finding process and a judicial system that's the envy of the world. And precedent is a key part of that because, as the chairman pointed out when he quoted a piece of mine, once a case is settled, that adds to the determinacy of the law. What was once a hotly contested issue is no longer a hotly contested issue. We move forward.
One other question.
Sure.
Do you view Roe as having super precedent?
Well, Senator, a super precedent is
in numbers, 44.
It has been reaffirmed many times. I can say
Yes.
that. Yes.
Yes, dozens.
Had you ever met President Trump personally?
Not until my interview.
In that interview, did he ever ask you to overrule Roe v. Wade?
No, Senator.
What would he have done if he'd asked?
Senator, I would have walked out the door. It's not what judges do.
Okay.
They don't do it at that end of Pennsylvania Avenue, and they shouldn't do it at this end either, respectfully.
I have legislation that says at 20 weeks, the unborn child is able to feel excruciating pain, and the theory of the legislation is that the state has a compelling interest to protect an unborn child from excruciating pain, which is caused by an abortion. That if this legislation passes, it will be challenged before you. And you'll have to look at a new theory of how the state could protect the unborn. And here's what I think. You will read the briefs, look at the facts, and make a decision. Am I fair to conclude that?
Senator, I can promise you no more than that, and I guarantee you no less than that in every single case that comes before
Well, this
me,
is a
no matter
real-world
what the subject
situation
matter.
that made